Have you ever spotted a spider lurking in your house and decide to just burn down the entire building? My girlfriend would be someone to do exactly that, as she really hates spiders. So welcome to Kill It With Fire, the ultimate spider killing simulation game. And I'll be using everything from a clipboard to rocket launchers blowing up the entire building. As I plan to get 100% in this game, killing every single type of spider, finding stronger and stronger weapons, while collecting all of the 27 Steam achievements, all so I can impress my girlfriend and become the ultimate spider killing exterminator. Let's play 100% of Kill It With Fire. I spawned in a small corridor with some beautiful art in the wall, but I was here on a mission. First contact, Saturday, June 21st, 20-something, 9:32 a.m. I could see a vase which I picked up to smell the flowers, but then accidentally dropped it on the floor. But inside the drawer below it was our first encounter. Hello, spider. The small 8-legged bugger crawled all under the door out of my reach. Oh, it's gonna lay eggs, isn't it? I needed a weapon, so I followed the instructions to grab the clipboard inside, listing my objectives I'll have to complete every mission to achieve 100% in the game. Okay, I need to kill a spider. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh yeah, I got it. First objective completed. 4 more for this level, the next of which was to get the tracker. I can hear more of them. I had a quick look around for the sounds I'd heard, finding a door I needed 2 kills to unlock. Another spider. Get it. Get it. Come here. Come here. But it escaped under the door into the closet where I found the tracker. And with this device, I can see how strong the signal is to indicate where spiders are. There was a door to my left that needed 4 kills to open, and then I got a new objective. Find more firepower. Now we're talking. Find the hairspray from the bathroom. So of course I decided to look at the bookshelf before turning around to find the bathroom. Where's the bathroom? Bathroom down here? I could hear a spider scampering around and came back in to see a vase rolling around and smacked it, smashing the vase into pieces. You can just destroy the vase? Okay, that's cool. I just hope they don't take that off my extermination fee. So I decided to just smack everything I could and see what else explodes, and had to look for the spiders. Where are these damn spiders? I hear it. Where'd it go? There, get it. Die. I got it. Okay, I can open here now. Nice, unlocking. Ooh, a present. So this was the first which wasn't just given to me like the clipboard and tracker. I found another spider on the speaker I squashed, and then in one of the cupboards I found a paper with another objective, as not every objective is given to me for free. I also will have to find the tasks before I am able to do them. This objective was to kill a spider with a book. So I picked up a stack, and now I just have to find a spider to use this against. But as I scanned the area, I broke some flowers on the piano, making a noise, and getting an achievement. Hey, I got an achievement for playing the tune. Nice, ragtime. I kept searching around, eventually finding what is known as an Omega file in one of the boxes with a spider. There's one of these files in each level, and it's kind of like a piece of lore, but not too important for right now, as there was a spider in here and it needed to die. Get everything out this room, so I can actually find the stupid spider. There. I began to throw the books at the spider as many times as I could at the bug trying to kill it. There's another one in there. Oh my god, the spiders are multiplying. I got it! But not quite enough to kill, so I kept trying with the books. This is so difficult. Did it! Ah! Nice. I guess I still need to find the hairspray in the bathroom. How do I get to the bathroom? Bathroom is in here? I think this is the bathroom. And I've killed 4 spiders now, so I've unlocked it. Then there, sitting on the counter, was a can of hairspray with a lighter attached. Burn! Burn! Kill it with fire. I'll purge this room of all the spiders. Oh, I'm out of ammo. And that sweet, sweet noise of hearing spider flesh melt. Wow, I killed so many in here. I was also fortunate to find more hairspray in the cupboard I had just torched, so imagine my luck when I looked at my clipboard to see the final objective. Get warmed up, burn objects. Oh, I can do that. Burn it all. Here more. You know what? We'll burn it all. Burn it. Burn it all to the ground. Oh, I can open this drawer now. Nice. For completing 4 objectives. So I can open this drawer. Oh. Well. I wish I found this earlier. This would have been useful. I could have blasted them. Very nice. My first actual weapon. And a way to have some fun. I had another look around, and that's when in the bathroom I found a stereo, which is the start of the Arachno Gauntlet. A time-based challenge in each level where you have to kill spiders in a specific method to prevent failure. This one, I have to kill spiders with my revolver without reloading. It's one. Oh, I missed. Where'd he go? Oh my god, there's so many of them. Challenge failed. I need to not reload. Okay. That's fine. We'll try it again. We'll try it again. I quickly failed as I am just a terrible shot. So it's time to just lock in. Oh, challenge complete. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Are there any more spiders around? I think I've successfully cleared the pest problem. I could see from the mission recap screen I had gotten everything I needed to from the first level. Total spiders squashed so far, 20. I was now in between levels. It was here where I can assign upgrades, set up modifiers, including ones like Christmas and Halloween versions of some of these levels. But I'll only get to those later on. For now though, all I could add to my arsenal was a simple flashlight. But with that, I stepped into my next mission. Close Encounters, Saturday, June 21st. 20-something. My first objective was to kill 10 spiderlings, so I checked the shelf, finding a small white spider on some lady's necklace holder, choosing to immediately just kill her with fire. See what I did there. And I did break their cookie jar though. They should have fed the exterminator next time. Sorry guys, don't worry, I'm trying to deal with a spider problem. There's another one. My aim still isn't good. You know, let's pick this up. Let's see what the objective is first. Erase the past. Better picture frames. Oh, I can do that. Oh my god, there's so many of them. I'm out of ammo. Okay. Time for the good old clipboard. Did I get this one yet? There we go, got that one. I found another spiderling I took out in the drawer, unlocking the master bedroom as a new location. There was a window to the outside I smashed just because I could, but I wasn't able to get to the outside yet as that's the level I'll unlock later on. Cleared out the shelf, finding and killing another spiderling, then made my way into the bedroom. Under the bed was the CPU chip, the spider upgrade for my tracker, but now I had to find batteries to be able to use it. Maybe the wife has some in her nightstand. And I found another objective to check the closet for skeletons, and so I had also killed enough spiderlings for the first one. Now where would they keep the key? Looking in the nightstand, there was no battery, but there were some bullets. Who keeps bullets in the bedside table? And I did end up finding a battery in the other bedside table anyway. Oh, this is better than the pillow. That's like nightmare fuel right there. I had enough kills to unlock the ensuite, then turned to make sure I broke the picture frames in the room to keep working towards that objective. In the bathroom, there was plenty of supplies, though I got distracted trying to throw a toilet roll into the toilet. So was a massive toothbrush. What can I say? I'm a kid at heart. And I ended up spotting another spider in the cupboard. Oh, you are scary.
Hi, how are you?
So I decided best thing to do was pulled out the revolver and popped a cap in its ass. It was a mother. You know what? It's time. Let's just clear it all out. Get rid of it. This room is clearly infested. I think my hope of not trashing the whole house was now out the window. I had enough KC or kill count by now to unlock the next room, and this was an aspiring streamer's room, green screen and all. So of course I found some cheese puffs. Now these are a pretty useful piece of equipment that take me a while to figure out how to use, as when I was about to try it I got distracted by another queen spider I shot on the pillow, infecting the room with babies as I began to burn them all. but did not have much hairspray unfortunately. And in the drawer next to the bed, I did find a key, which must be how I get the skeletons. A joke which will only pay off much later in the video, but in the locked bedroom cupboard was a double-barreled shotgun. Immediately blasting a queen in the drawer with my gun. Babies spewed everywhere as bullets began to fly, taking them down. One baby escaped throwing a literal TV at me as I tried to run, but I hunted it down to squash it with my clipboard. So I made my way into the next room where I found my final objective, even if there was still a bunch to complete and I had to find a hidden room. A room I found when I decided to simply throw all the books off the shelves and in the process pulled a secret lever, revealing the secret room behind the bookshelf. Clearly the owners of this house had a lot going on, as there was bullets, a final battery, an Omega file, and the Arachno gauntlet here. But I wanted into the safe, so I would need to complete one more task, and I thankfully had just a couple more bullets for my shotgun now to be able to complete the double trouble. So I had a plan, and it was to do with the cheese puffs. Sprinkling them over the floor, luring in some babies, then blasted them with my shotgun, completing the objective. Okay, where's this final picture? There. That's definitely this one. Maybe it's not this one. Nope, it was that one. Okay, cool. What a roller coaster. Now, we can open the safe. Oh. No, I got dynamite. But first, I had the Arachno gauntlet to do, and I needed 10 shotgun kills, so I had to just start blasting. Well, that was closer than it needed to be. With all objectives done, there was only 2 more batteries to find to complete this stage, so I just dismantled the entire room, searching every inch and space of this house, till I found the final battery under a stinking pillow, thus completing the stage. And total spiders slain so far, 70. But it was time to make my way into the next room or stage of this house, domestic duties. Alright boys, make new friends. We gotta kill 6 jumping spiders. We gotta do the dishes, so we need to smash dishes. And we need to clean the fridge. We need to remove all the items from the fridge. Okay, well, let's start with that. As I began to dump out the groceries, I could hear the little bugs crawling around, so I decided to pull out my tracker, on which I had equipped the spider upgrade. So now I had a sonar scan showing me the location of all the little nasties in this place. Clearly this kitchen was already contaminated. I continued emptying the fridge, only to see some legs sticking off a mayo jar, and slowly turned it, causing the spider to leap at me, giving me a jump scare. I ended its life with my revolver before doing the classiest Call of Duty moment ever as I teabagged the spider. Yeah. I wasn't too proud of that either, but I had a fridge to empty, so I was straight back to it. A spider was in here, a spider touched it. I want nothing to do with this stuff anymore. There we go. Clean the fridge. Objective done. Next, we need to smash plates. I started to recreate the sounds of a Greek wedding, smashing all the plates, taking out some spiders in the cupboard only to get jump scared by a jumping spider on the back of the bread tin. So I resorted to smacking it over and over, even when it was already dead. I killed one more, bringing the KC up to 4. Okay, cool, we can unlock the oven. What are we cooking today, boys? We're cooking a frying pan. An even better bonking tool, but we're not just cooking here. Me, Crow, and Chaotic have been cooking up an absolute storm over on our group channel. We've mined on dangerous planets.
Oh, the big bugs! Flamethrower time! Burn! Oh, shit.
Delivered freedom to the galaxy and each other.
Oh, no! No, 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 no! That was the perfect combo, that...
Heck, we even fought as spiders ourselves.
Oh, shit!
So if you want to get more content from me and the boys, go check out The Nest. It is linked in the description, and you could even leave a comment there saying what games you want to see us play, and we'll check it out. I killed off a couple more spiders, including this strange translucent spider I found. Found a bunch more plates to smash, but that's when I remembered something I'd found in the previous mission I had not used yet. I still have 5 more to smash. Oh, there's a lot in here. You know, I never got to use this. Kaboom. That's so cool. Cool. So, where you at, little spiders? Safe to say, I was pretty happy destroying this kitchen, as I had now unlocked the next room, the laundry room. And well, oh wow, there's a lot over here. I found a new flavor of cheese puffs in here, as well as an objective to feed them to them. And this is where I truly learned you can use the cheese puffs to anatomically change the spiders into completely different ones. So throw in some puffs on the floor. This one spider changed a couple times till I shot it. And at least I had a good last meal. I had to lure some new spiders to the snacks to finish the objective and was rewarded by opening my eyes to spot a new piece of equipment in the corner. A vacuum cleaner. Now, I'm not one for cleaning, but there was something satisfying about sucking up dozens of food items before spitting them back out again. Hidden in the washing machine, however, was another upgrade I pocketed before proceeding to burn the entire room down. Then ended up having an intrusive thought with the windows I had been smashing. Launching everything from the vacuumator to break it only to find the frying pan was simply more effective, as that even gave me an achievement for spick and span. Destroy every dish. See, I knew being destructive had its rewards, so with nothing else I could see, I unlocked the next door into the garage, and it was already partially destroyed due to my earlier fire antics exploding something through the wall. But it was here I organized all the tools onto the pegboard, finding them all over the place. Eventually decided to unlock the metal cabinet in my search for tools, but in here I instead found something even better. Oh, Molotovs. There was also a new objective here. Clean the garage. Take care of the barrels in the garage. That's not quite what I expected, but you know, it worked out. I found a tracker upgrade in the bin called Secret Sniffer, which I do end up using a lot after this mission when I can equip it, and it then took some time, but I found all the tools to complete the pegboard, finishing up the final objective to unlock the Arachno Gauntlet. Kill spiders with fire. I can do that. Burn, baby, burn. It's on fire, baby, burn, burn, burn. We'll burn it all alive. I was scorching everything, but the spiders were not dying fast enough, eventually failing the challenge, being short of 2 kills. Oh, challenge failed. Okay, we try again. The Molotovs. Molotovs at all. Come on, spiders, where you at? Prepare to eat my Molotovs. We'll burn it all down. Spider infestation is too much. And you know what? That's not enough fire. Burn. Burn. Oh, I need one more kill. I need one more spider kill. Burn alive, heretics. No, I failed again. Try again. Oh no, I don't have any more Molotovs. Okay, this room seems to be like the prime hotspot for these things. Burn them all alive. This mission, like, this challenge is hard. This Arachno Gauntlet. Come on, I need them to die. I am out of deodorant. Okay, they're dying. One more. Yes! Finally, I'd brought enough glory to the Emperor burning the heretics. Oh wait, that's my line from Warhammer on our NES channel I mentioned earlier. But I'd completed all the objectives and Arachno Gauntlet, so I simply scoured the house, cleaning it up with a vacuum till I eventually found the final battery, freeing me to complete the mission. Maintaining my 100% efficiency thus far. Spiders sacrificed so far, 134. Before I started the next level, I ended up equipping some important upgrades, like the gel insoles, so now I can sprint, and the secret sniffer for my tracker. So now I'll beep for secrets and upgrades when I am near them. Something very important when you're chasing 100% completion in a game, but it wasn't going to help all the time, as I'll soon figure out. So I made my way into the garden. Current, there are 6 objectives. I have none unlocked so far. So before any progression could be made here, I needed to find those pages. I found one on the tree nearby instructing me to go place planks, clearly to build a way up to the treehouse, and there was a battery in the braai and another note on the table asking me to gather recruits. Now, I had zero clue how to do this. Not even when I picked up the new flavor of cheese puffs. Or Best Bud's blueberry. I instead chose to try to smack some snot from spiders in the area with my clipboard. Finding a plank which I slotted into the tree as a start to the ladder, I found 2 more planks before deciding to just trash the lunch, as ew, the spiders had touched the weenies. I found another plank before I learned I could jump on the trampoline over the hedge, but now I wasn't too sure how to get back, so decided to explore this new section of lawn. There was a note on the shed door to mow the lawn. Great. More chores, as well as a note on the fence to break on through, except dynamite did nothing to it. And that's when I saw the mower that was in the shed and knew what I had to do. Smashing through the fence on the mower, I slowly began the lawn mowing mission, only to find a small circular object with no clue what it was used for. so I just decided to throw it over the fence. Hopefully I don't need it later. And I decided to then spend my time mowing the lawn, passing the time with some absolutely awful singing. Mowing the grass, mowing the grass, 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 grass. Eventually yeeting a flamingo off the lawn as I aspired to hit every piece of grass. But then I spotted another one of those strange items. See, here's another thing. What are these? What are these for? Where do they go? Well, I do know the answer, but at the time I had the bright idea to see if I could use it to plug a spider hole in the yard, which clearly didn't work, so I was back to simply cutting the lawn, even trying to just burn some of the long pieces that wouldn't cut, smashing into everything so I could just be glad the mower didn't have any durability, else it'd be toast already. In between all the trees and everything, don't worry, I'm a professional driver. Clearly, it was the vehicle's fault. Clearly not my fault of bad driving. I got the total percent mode to 82%, only to come back and now find I had no idea how to get back. So way too much time was spent running around looking for a way back to the original side. Eventually realizing I don't need to go over the hedge. I could go through it. I'm gonna burn this down. Yeah. You'd think that would have been my first thing to try, but at least I was through now. Using the mower to cut through all of the grass right up until the objective completed. And you'd have thought they'd wanted their grass cut better than this, but oh well. And I found the fifth and final plank for the treehouse I had neglected earlier. Finding a drone hidden in the treehouse. I got a drone. Okay, this is cool. Oh, they're explosive drones. Okay, that's cool. See, look, there's another one of those things. Okay, what if I shoot that? All that did was make it vanish. So I set off to see if I could find any others to shoot, only to find since 3 objectives were now done, I could unlock the door on the side of the house, leading down to a very strange sight. Oh. Hello? A mystery machine. Oh. Okay. So this is what those funny doodads were for. I found the one I'd try to plug a spider hole with, just sucking it into my vacuum for safety, but it was about now I realized how difficult this would actually be, as this garden was huge. So thus the next long while was spent sprinting around hunting, finding piece after piece to slot into the machine. I also found a sneaky hidden upgrade for asbestos chitin, even having to make use of the secret sniffer upgrade on my tracker until I was at 8 out of 9 pieces. My tracker was marking as though there was a secret in this tree, so I struggled for a while, even trying to burn it down and explode it in hopes of finding the secreture, and I gave myself some whiplash crashing into the tree. But then I remembered the drones. I tried to use them to blow up the tree, which did nothing. Instead, thinking to fly up a bit, as at the top of the tree was another present. There it is. There, I got it. Mower nose. Nice. But wait, no, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for the mystery machine part. So the search was still on, finally finding it just lying on the floor in the middle of the patio area. If I had to guess, this was the one I shot which flew off and landed here, but at least I had done it. I had found all 9 pieces and could now complete the machine. Kind of. This was a combination lock. A lock hiding the most powerful weapon in the game. A lock which I have no idea how to even find the code to get into. But that's because you can't figure it out yet. So I have to come back later on to try again. So I made my way back out again to see if I could finish off that gather recruits objective. So I pulled out my cheese puffs and immediately realized. Best buds blueberry. I see it. I understand. I have the knowledge. So I threw out a puff to try lure in a spider, only to accidentally squash him. Whoops. But there was another nearby who I fed the puff, changing it blue and red. Did that work? He's a friend. Oh, he just follows me. Okay. Oh, he kills the spiders. So this was how I could recruit spiders to my cause. The natural cause, that is. Maybe I can recruit you too by having you hit the subscribe button. I began to litter the lawn with the blue puffs of friendship, eventually running out of snackages, so I had to use my vacuum to suck them up and spit them back at the potential new recruits. Getting the 6th and final spider to be my friend, completing the objective, so there was nothing else I could do without knowing the code, choosing to just exit the stage and come back once I had more info. Though it didn't feel bad how many tasks I had to leave behind, as I just thought they were all behind the code lock. Spiders sent to the sawmill, 183. So I was off to the gas station, and this is where things got explosive, as my first objective was to kill 8 exploding spiders. So when I spotted a small red spider, I bonked it, causing it to detonate in the building. Oh, okay. It's gonna be interesting for sure. Let's grab this note. Shopping spree. Scan items. Okay, how do I scan? So I started my shopping cashier arc, finding items only to realize I had only 10 items to get the required $100. Limit 10 items. No! Okay, I gotta find the expensive stuff. Pizza bites. They're 11 bucks. I got to around $90, a mere 10 short of the goal, but at this point I just needed 1 or 2 more items to meet the required amount. Fortunately, finding this ultra clean, which was just expensive enough to push me over the line at $101.90. I grabbed the other note, which needed me to fix some electrical problems by flipping switches like this one, but with nothing else in this first room I needed to unlock more areas, so I needed just a few more spider kills. Getting the third quickly unlocking the drinks fridge, and in here was an energy drink. Whoa, everything is so slow-mo. This should come in handy for those more time-sensitive challenges, as the world just slowly moved around me. I destroyed all the alcohol in the shelves to encourage less drinking, till I got the 5th kill I needed to unlock the back door. Outside there are some explosive barrels and another note on the bin for a new objective. One I started to work towards till I found the note on the propane tank saying I needed to detonate it. Well, no need to ask me twice. And with some remodeling done on the gas station, it was time to do some good old-fashioned spider killing. Blowing up a couple to unlock the next areas, there was a new puff flavor in a container and a new weapon in the red one. Oh, the silenced pistol. And the Omega file. Nice. I finished taking out the trash, and now with only 3 objectives left, I began to follow an exploding spider around to see if I could use it to blow up another spider, but it wasn't behaving, instead finding another one for another few kills. Eventually found my way through a container to the front of the store, where I flicked the final switch and began to have some intrusive thoughts that I was definitely going to let win. I wonder if this works. I always said not to use phones at a gas station. Do they say anything about using Molotovs? Does this work? Oh, now it's an achievement. Destroy the gas station. You know, I'm starting to think whatever I'm getting paid for this extermination might not cover the damages. But I was committed by now, as all that matters was clearing out every single spider. Nice! And I killed the spider. Hey, that's all the objectives done. All that was left here was to find some more batteries and complete the Arachno Gauntlet. Quickly skill spiders without using explosives. That should be easy. It was in fact going to be trickier than I first thought, as I immediately failed, instead switching to the silenced pistol only to fail again. I tried using the energy drink, still failed, so it was time to try again, but this time I ran out of ammo for my silenced pistol, eventually completing it with 0.12 seconds remaining. That's barely enough time left to blink. That was close. All that was left now was to find the remaining few batteries. I did find the gas can, which I can use to spread fire around instantly without needing all my hairspray, just enough to ignite everything. I found the batteries quickly, or at least as quick as you can be anyway, completing everything for the stage that made my escape. Spiders saved from living life 221. The next mission found myself awake in what appeared to be a hedge maze, walking forwards to what looked like a very nice Zen garden, but it was here where the objectives were now collected as flags. Oh, sorry, Zen garden. What is this? Beacons bright, solve the riddle. I feel like I need to just, just light this. Which was exactly correct. Guess I'm not always so silly with my ideas. I ended up finding a new species of spider, known as a web spider, which can shoot its sticky white goo all over my face, blinding me. And once done cleaning it off, I repaid the favor by shooting it with my gun. Then decided to solve the rest of the spider problem by simply dousing literally everything in gasoline. We'll solve the spider problem with fire and blood. If you can't see it, just burn it. I found a new weapon behind the door, a weed whacker, and a new objective. One that required me to collect some bonsai trees. Placing them down on a pedestal by some big pink trees, I went to see if I could find the other two, taking some time to trim the lawn only to accidentally cut the shrub, destroying it. I guess that makes sense. So I began to just destroy everything. Don't worry guys, Making the garden look better, for sure. And I found another path which must have burned open, so began to explore it, finding another 2 new objectives to reveal some hidden paths and do some cat herding. The paths one I did pretty quickly as I was already cutting through the shrubs, but I found these small lion statues around which I started to carry over to herd my cats. It was just burning down an area as I got an achievement for blind justice for killing a spider after being webbed. The sticky situation objective was now done, and then another achievement for extreme landscaping. See guys, I told you it looks better. And I found the final few lion statues, setting them up in descending order just as a guess, completing the objective. So to continue, I searched around, placing the bonsai trees by the bigger ones, making sure to match the little one to the big one, since life was imitating art, you know. But that allowed me to unlock this pagoda where I found some shurikens. I get to be a ninja! I instantly solved the riddle of the latest objective, which was literally to just kill a spider with a shuriken. Not much of a riddle if you ask me, but that was the final objective to unlock the arachno gauntlet. Kill spiders with shurikens, let's go. Spiders began to swarm the area, and while these shurikens were super cool, my aim was still absolutely trash. So I had to channel my inner ninja for attempt number 2, using energy drinks. I spent the rest of the level simply searching around, finding the track upgrade, and eventually the final 2 batteries to 100% the stage. Though before I left, I wanted to see if I could get any more achievements, as with 27 total to get, I so far had only 6. So I found a spider just chilling on its own, which I shot with my revolver from a distance. Then tried to get the blind justice one again by killing a spider while webbed, not realizing I had done it like 10 minutes ago in this very level, and thus I exited the level to begin making my way towards the next area. Spiders that have been made deaded, 257. Having left the Zen garden, I ended up at what appeared to be a farmer's market. Clearly the spiders had scared everyone off, as my first objective was to kill 3 queen spiders. There was also a note hidden here for another objective to smash pots. Clearly they'd heard good things of my work as I began to shatter the pots. And the third objective I found was to burn hay bales, so they definitely knew of my skill set by now. I burned some of the bales before exploring the area further, where I found a balloon. So Pennywise must have been here, but this balloon was important for the nearby new objective. Dropped the anvil on a spider. So I had to tie some balloons to the anvil, raising it up, realizing I needed to attract a spider underneath it with some puffs, and smash! Down goes the anvil. So with that task squashed, I spent my time burning the hay bales, eventually getting enough kills to unlock the greenhouse. As was in here, I found the final objective. Bountiful harvest. Pick vegetables. You know what? Where is my... Got the perfect thing for this. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Well, there you go, farmers. Invest in vacuum cleaners. They're great for picking up vegetables. I made my way back over to the pot section where I finished off the smashing, then decided it was too late. The spiders were too much and proceeded to douse everything in gasoline to burn it all. Then I tried to kill a spider with my revolver, only to run out of ammo. I did threaten to use C4, instead realizing simply a shotgun would be more effective, and with enough kills I unlocked the shed nearby, where some mechanic must have been working on a tractor. Or there was an ex-military operative, as inside I found some flashbangs and a hidden Omega file. I tried using the grenade to see if it did damage, but learned to just stun the spiders in place. Kinda useful, but not exactly the most interesting weapon I've got in my arsenal so far. But I had some spiders to kill, blasting a couple with my shotgun, getting jump scared occasionally, and eventually resorting to just burning what I could, actually completing the slash and burn objective in the barn. It was here I found the arachno gauntlet. Kill spiders using the assault rifle without reloading. I don't have a assault rifle. Where's the assault rifle? I began to search the entire market, taking out spiders as I went, when I did eventually find some sticky lemon cheese puffs in the porta potty. I mean, at least I wasn't the one eating them. But the spider hunts continued until eventually, hidden at the back of the area behind some hay bales I had to burn through, was the assault rifle. And with my new military grade weaponry, I went over to the arachno gauntlet so I could take it on. But before I did, I had a plan. Yeah, I'm gonna be smart here. I did this by littering the floor with cheese puffs, then hit the radio as I popped open a can of energy drink to slow down time. Let's shoot some spiders. Successfully killing all the spiders needed, even getting a 360 no scope in the process for an achievement. Ah, it's easy challenge, 7 seconds. Turns out strategy works sometimes. I found the final battery fairly quickly and wanted one more kill to get to 69, only to accidentally get 2. Well, oh well. Spiders that have been stopped, 328. In between levels, I ended up assigning a couple more upgrades, then spawned in the office building to begin Paper Trail. I began to cycle through some of my weapons, as one of the upgrades I did in between levels was for the reflex sight, which added a sight to the most powerful weapon. So I was a little confused why the sight was on my clipboard, but hey, I suppose there is nothing better for destroying a spider than the good old squishing. I found my first objective, which was to erase the hard drive, and I was curious how to achieve that, even asking myself.
I'll just burn everything in here. Quickest way to just like clear out all the spiders, you know. I mean, that is a game name after all, killer with fire.
Once I had enough kills, I'll unlock the door to enter the cubicle area. Now, as someone who used to work in IT, this felt pretty familiar. So when I realized I had to burn the computers, I was more than happy to oblige as I doused the room in gasoline and ignited the building in flames, easily completing the objective of erase hard drives. I made my way into the server room where another note was left behind. I had to hack the mainframe, so I began to search for random USB drives to plug into the server rack, only to find another bug as a spider leapt at me.
No, to do that, I don't like it. Where'd it go? 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 There, get it, get it, get it.
And I quickly found the final USB drive to plug into the server rack.
I don't think that's meant to happen. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Well, considering I caused that, I decided to just get rid of the evidence by throwing out some C4. Hopefully they don't notice anything now. I'll just say it's a new firewall I installed. Leaving behind the carnage, I made my way to the kitchen where someone was hosting a birthday party, and I had the honor of needing to blow out the candle, except the vacuum did not quite work. I tried throwing it in the sink, shooting it, and even just flinging it around, but this damn candle simply would not go out. Eventually, I decided to have a look in the cupboards where I found a fire extinguisher. Now this would work. Blasting out the dangerous candle fire to complete Make-A-Wish, and I broke into the vending machine to steal the Royal Grapes flavored cheese puffs, then cleared out the cupboards of any more spiders with my shotgun. Entering the bathrooms next, I found a tracker upgrade and a new objective to destroy the toilets, which was completed super quickly using my frying pan, and I'd gotten enough kills to unlock the final room in the office buildings. But before I entered, there was a note asking me to kill zombie spiders, and this task utterly confused me. Entering the room with the assault rifle in hand, there was a glowing green spider I shot, completing the tiny game hunter for killing one of every type of spider. But considering there was still a lot more missions and weapons to unlock, I was fully expecting things to get crazier than they already were. I watched a spider revive on the table, but did not quite understand how it came back alive. And with the arachno gauntlet locked behind 2 more objectives to complete, I did not know what to do. However, I was pretty excited to find another gun case here, as inside was the RPG, a rocket launcher. Now this was going to be fun, as I began to blast apart the officers, but still the zombie task wouldn't complete. I did eventually finish the not natural task to take out the 5 radioactive spiders, but I was at a loss. So I instead spent the time searching for batteries, finding the final one in the microwave. So I decided to cut my losses and come back to this mission once I had more information. Arachnids assassinated, 367. I started the next mission, Contingency Omega, and immediately I decided I wanted to play golf, and it took way too long. I must have got like 100 strokes over par by the time I gave up and just threw the ball into the hole for an achievement. Yay! And there was a note on the table mentioning a hidden passageway. That's why I started to destroy the entire office, searching for one, eventually finding a key in the drawer that I didn't know what it was for. There was also a flare gun on the other side, so now I can ignite things on fire from a distance. But to get through the door, I was short of the 1 kill I needed. When I found the spider under a picture frame, I was able to squash it and let myself in. But this just looked like a regular bathroom. So I decided to finish up some spider kills to complete the sight unseen objective, having killed 3 invisible spiders. As if the jumping spiders weren't bad enough already. So I headed back to snoop around the bathroom, and there was a button by the toilet. It didn't activate the bidet, but actually dropped the entire wall behind the toilet. There was another door with a lock, so grabbed the key to let myself in, and this is where I got confused. As here was a massive vault door with what appeared to be a 4-digit color-coded combination lock, and I had no clue what the combination was. So I spent way too long waiting in the room and thinking until I got back to the entrance room and found the laptop. The screensaver, it had to be the code. Not exactly the safest security practices, but hey, I was in. Hidden behind the vault was an entrance hall, which had some radioactive spiders, and this is where I directly saw that the radioactive spider would revive the other spiders, making them into a zombie spiders. With enough kills from all the spiders, I headed in what looked like a nuclear bunker with a big red button. But first I needed to find the arming keys. At least that's what this note told me. To arm Contingency Omega. There was no arming key in the military case, but there was a jail key which I used to unlock access to what must be the weapons cabinet and an arming key. So carrying the key and my new flamethrower, I slotted it into the correct place, setting off some warning sirens, then proceeded to ignore them completely and burn everything with my new flamethrower. A much stronger upgrade over the hairspray. And I quickly found a second arming key while I played with the flamethrower, but needed to find the third and final key, which was hidden behind this generator.
Get rid of all you guys. And there's the third key.
I first did some final decontaminating of this room with my RPG, just in case any spiders had survived, then carried the key over.
It's time to blow this place sky high. Finally, get rid of all the spiders.
I pushed the button to activate Contingency Omega.
What is that? Hello? Oh boy. Execute. Okay, I need to kill spiders. Okay, I can do that. I missed the battery. Quick, grab the battery. There we go. Rocket launcher. Just blast all of them.
Through many days of squashes, shots, and fires, I had done it. Contingency Omega had been executed.
Oh, nice. Oh, hey, we completed the game. But we're not done yet. There are still more spiders to slay. We need to get rid of... We're 3 months later. I survived the nuke! I awoke as a seemingly new person, as in who in the hell would survive a nuke? And I had a look around, opening what was described as my partner's old office. And inside was some upgrades and a blacklight. Blacklight, which revealed a hidden code on the corkboard. And this is how I'm going to get into that secret room in the basement. I was ecstatic. Finally, I could work to unlock the game's most powerful weapon, but I had some uncompleted business to attend to. There were a couple upgrades and batteries dotted around the building I made sure to collect. But it was outside I found the whole city in the distance was destroyed, and there was plenty more upgrades and even a saw blade flinging weapon. Then inside was a button to face the music. Except I needed to complete 2 more arachno gauntlets that I had not done yet, so I would need to go back and finish the other levels in their entirety to unlock this mission. So I decided to exit and do just that, heading all the way back to First Contact. But this time I activated Halloween mode. Trick or treat, we gotta collect candy.
Now there's only a couple levels with Halloween mode, but they each have entirely different objectives to the first time you did them. So I had a lot to do still, using my tracker which now had some insane upgrades on it like this laser and even infrared spider tracking. This was going to be a blast. One task was to vacuum up ghost spiders which I chose to spit out straight into a pile of C4 I'd set up. I mean I needed to turn them into ghosts before I could vacuum them up. A task I completed fairly quickly, so unlocked the bathroom where an ominous summoning circle was left behind. I had to find 3 gems to complete the ritual, so I had to unlock all the areas to find them and did that by blasting them all. There was also a candle here which I wasn't able to light for some reason as it kept going out. So when I looked in the closet there was a note with the other candle. It told me I had to light the candles in the correct order. Thus I started to try to light every candle while I figured out the order, eventually realizing the correct candle had some blue bubbles around them to signify which was next. So I set to light them all up, completing the task, and I now only had a few left. I found another crystal, so I only needed one more, and then I'm not quite sure what happened, but I accidentally clicked on one of the candy bars collecting it, so that taught me how to do the first objective. But I wanted to stay focused finding the gems, which I did in a drawer and threw into the ritual stone to complete it and unlock the challenge. I had to face my demons, and that was to kill spiders using the vacuum. I ended up failing the first attempt, and the second one. But the third attempt I managed to squash enough spiders and complete the task, and with 4 out of 5 tasks completed, the only thing left was to find the candy. So I had to scour this house, and I'm not sure if they were trolling me, but it took forever to find these, eventually getting the last one in the bottom drawer of this cabinet. I then unlocked the door to exit the level, only to remember I'd forgotten to look for the blacklight clue, so I'd quickly do that, and also saw I'd missed a piece of equipment somewhere in the level. Spiders smushed, 393, but loading back in again, I grabbed the item I'd missed, which was a blowhorn for signaling the sickest of trick shots. To leave again, I needed another 12 quick kills and, well, kill it with fire.
And there you go, 14 kills, easy.
Spiders turned to ash, 407. And with Halloween over, I loaded in once more to first contact for the Christmas event. Speaking of which, I hope you have an amazing Christmas. And if you want to subscribe for Christmas, I'd really appreciate it. But speaking of Christmas, I loaded into first encounters in holiday mode. Now holiday mode is pretty similar to normal, and the only extra task is I have to complete the Christmas tree. So I made my way in to begin finding the baubles and putting them on the tree. And also found the checkerboard showing me I needed a vacuum for the top right square. I was going to complete this code for the strongest weapon in the game, and that was a fact. So I collected all the baubles, plopping them onto the tree one by one, and for the first day of Christmas, I got a laser sword!
Oh, come here, spiders. And Santa gave me a present, and it's for you. I am not your father, so I will happily slice and dice each and every one of you.
Give a kid a lightsaber, they said. This is a good idea, they said. Turns out your house will be destroyed. I then discovered the power of my cargo pants upgrade I'd found, giving me unlimited ammo for most of my weapons. But mission complete and more spiders smoked for 417. I started the next Halloween mission, Last Rites, checking out my clipboard. It was the same list of missions as the first one, so I should be able to figure this out pretty quickly. So when I spotted radiation spiders, I knew this place was done for.
Here I go killing again.
And with everything purged by fire, I made sure to unlock all the doors I could, including the secret one behind the bookshelf, a room I proceeded to burn and got an achievement.
Oh, and I got an achievement for that, burning the money in the safe. Nice.
There was also a ghost spider nearby I sucked up, then found a gem I threw into the summoning circle before continuing my quest of burning it all. Sucking up the left behind ghosts, I ended up finding all the candles, so lit them in order to repel the shadows. And it was then I found a queen spider and saw my chance for an easy achievement, killing the queen with my revolver. I then used my royal grape cheese puffs to turn one of her babies into a queen. Line of succession completed.
Nice, well there's another achievement. And I believe I can do the Best Buds Blueberry. There's an achievement for killing them as well. So if you turn into a friend. There we go. Get an achievement for killing a friend too. It's just like the nest all over again. My friends always kill me.
I decided to then check the closet where I got jump scared by a skeleton.
Oh. You scared me.
A joke set up all the way back in mission 2 finally paid off. I decided to continue moving around the level looking to complete the objectives, but I was struggling to find candy anywhere, making the decision to vacuum up everything in hopes I could find them easier, and dumping everything off in the streamer's room. I mean, it's pretty common for a streamer's room to look like everything has just been dumped in the corner anyways. And I found the final candy I needed in the corner of the secret room and was now able to unlock the safe where the final gem was stored. With it in place, I now just had the ritual to complete, and I had to kill queens without killing the spiderlings. And I started off with the silenced pistol, but had pretty bad results. So I switched to the energy drink and pulled out my assault rifle to grab the kills I needed in order to complete the challenge. Nice and easy.
There we go. That's all 5 challenges, which unlocks me this cupboard. In the cupboard, I find a spider and Australia mode. Oh no. That is menacing.
It was going to make the stages I used it on extra spooky for sure, but I first had to leave to complete this level. Spiders smacked 453. I decided to do the holidays mode with tiny mode enabled as well, and well,
oh my god, I'm so small.
And feeling like someone who is 5'11", I began to run around searching for the baubles to begin hanging them on the tree, finding a few quickly even if the giant spiders kept freaking me out.
That's so creepy, I don't like it.
But that was not going to stop me placing the baubles on this tree, and with the tree complete I wanted to make my exit, only to realize,
oh, I have to kill spiders still. Okay, do I have unlimited ammo for this?
Very quickly racking up enough kills to complete the level.
Complete mission 1 tiny mode. Very nice.
480 spiders absolutely obliterated. I loaded into the next Halloween stage, eager to start smashing these out much quicker. So I sped through the ghost spider task before filling the room with rockets so I could unlock the next rooms. Here I started on the ritual circle before starting to look for where all the candles are. And I again decided to employ my method of just vacuuming literally everything, but I just could not find the final candle. Such that I just resorted to working my way through collecting the candy bars, but damn were they hard to find. Even resorting to dumping out my vacuum to see if I'd sucked up some by mistake. I did eventually find the final candy to complete the second objective so I could unlock the washing machine for the 3rd gem, and with the ritual complete I started the challenge and I had to dodge around swinging my frying pan like a madman in order to complete it. And in doing so, I unlocked the cabinet where the final candle was, lit them all in the correct order to complete the 5th and final objective. My reward hidden in the oven was a tracker upgrade, the Secret Sniffer Pro, and this is how I was going to find those clues for the password to unlock the strongest weapon in the game. 504 spiders sent to the slammer, and only a couple more missions left to achieve 100% completion. I decided to try out the Spider Noir modifier while doing the Christmas mode, but seeing as it made things grayscale, I didn't want to play an entire stage like this, instead choosing to simply restart without it, instead enabling Australia mode, and this one made it interesting. I started to search around for all of the baubles, throwing them on the tree, not quite paying attention at all to the spiders, so I'm not sure how I didn't realize what was going on with Australia mode, and it was then I took an actual look at one of the spiders.
So I just realized how freaking massive you are. Like, look at you, you're massive.
I chose to instead ignore it and finish setting up the Christmas tree, but I couldn't find the final bauble, so I began to just explode the entire house with some dynamite. It even worked as I found a bauble in the corner and accidentally sucked up another, so I had to spit it out to put it on the tree for a reward of 10 upgrade points. Spiders smacked around 537. And there were no more Halloween missions, only the holiday modes and clues left to collect, so I decided to just speedrun them, collecting an achievement on the way for killing an explosive spider with C4, then completing the tree. 568 spiders set on fire, and the next tree done just as fast for another 10 tracker upgrade points. Spiders set to die 590. I got low gravity from the barnstormer tree and another 77 spiders killed to bring us up to 667 spiders killed. I'm glad I killed one extra, but that brought me back to the office building. Here there was another objective that I was not able to complete at the time, and that was to kill 10 zombie spiders. I now knew, in order to get zombie spiders, I had to have radioactive spiders run over corpses of them. And this time I began to vacuum up extra spiders and their corpses, launching them all into the boardroom. And very quickly 10 zombies were revived and put back to death with my C4. This is where I unlocked what is probably the most difficult arachno gauntlet in the game. I had to get 10 kills with 10 different methods in a limited time frame. So I realized I really needed to leave the level and equip the cargo shorts again for an extended hotbar, adding another 58 kills to the running tally, and I came back with a full plan, laying out dozens of cheese puffs, and I got really close getting 8 kills on my first attempt but failed. So I decided to try again using the flamethrower instead of the hairspray, and this time I was able to complete the gauntlet. I ran around collecting baubles, even finding the next clue, then remembered something.
Oh, so I believe I gain achievement for this. Yep, jam this. Destroy the printer using the RPG. Oh, someone who used to work in IT, that is so satisfying. Printers suck.
I found the final bauble and put it on the tree to unlock the radioactive wasabi cheese puff flavor. So now I can make my own radioactive spiders. Total spiders that have been mutilated so far, 782. I had a look at what was left to achieve 100%, and I was starting to get really close with only a couple more of most tasks to achieve. So I made my way into Contingency Omega, breaking into the vault again, so that I could start to bauble the tree. Also made sure to write down the final clue I needed for the strongest weapon in the game, and it took a bit to find the final bauble for the tree. But the second last stage of Christmas, Killer with Fire gave to me a laser pistol, which was so cool. I decided the best way to test it out was to activate Contingency Omega and actually beat the arachno gauntlet. Spider after spider got zapped, racking up a total of 37 kills, beating the Contingency Omega gauntlet and activating the nuke. 819 spiders all dead. I loaded into the final stage, still in the holiday mode, and I started to collect all the baubles to place in the tree, completing the tree to unlock the gene splicer upgrade and receive the achievement for smarter, not harder. With that complete, the only thing left to do in the stage was the arachno gauntlet and face the music. But when I hit the button, it wasn't spiders which came out, but hundreds of cockroaches that had survived the nuclear explosion began to swarm the area as I desperately opened fire with my laser pistol. Who knew killing every spider would have consequences, as with those spiders to eat the roaches, they had taken over. But as I killed the final spider, something much worse began to approach. What? Why is that there?
Hello? Can I just take out all these sides for another achievement? No time to explain.
As I was abducted by the spider overlords, I only had one more stage to complete, and it was time to head back to down the spider hole, as it was time to get the strongest weapon in the game. I made my way down to the basement, where using my amazing drawing as notes of all the clues, began to input the code to where the strongest weapon was, completing the code to unlock the door.
The greatest weapon of them all. The shoe. The final Omega file and the gauntlet. Kill spiders with the shoe.
I began to smack spider after spider with the shoe. And it might seem weak now, but if you look in the bottom right, for every kill the shoe gets, the shoe will get stronger and stronger.
Come on. I need more power. The shoe did 3 more power.
And I kept killing spiders. Dozens of the arachnids were falling to the might of the shoe as I built its power levels. I never stopped smacking until the shoe got more and more powerful.
Yes! More power! We need more!
So many spiders died to the shoe that when I hit 200 kills with the shoe, it began to drop micronuclear explosions with every hit.
This does many nukes! I kill all the spiders with the shoe. The shoe is all powerful.
Safe to say, I was going a little crazy with power. But in order to get the full 100%, I had some achievements left, and one of which was to cut every blade of grass, which took forever. I also found the final battery hidden under a hedge, then used a drone to knock the final tracker upgrade out of a tree, and I ended the level bringing my total spider kill count to 1087. But everything from missions to Omega files and all of the achievements were complete, having achieved 100% in Killer with Fire. Thank you so much for watching, and here's another video I think you'll enjoy.